Right, hello guys, we're back with you again. This time, I've changed it from streaming through Lightstream to simply just Twitch, and in some sort of vain hope that that might make a difference. But I think it's Twitch that's having the issue, not Lightstream, to be honest. But I can't be sure of that. So, anyway, what it does mean is I don't have my graphics, so I can't show you the standings like I was going to. So that one's out of the equation, but I'll quickly give you a heads up of those. So, in the drivers then, I'll just give you the top 10. So, Master Spread leads the way on 182. P2 is Massey on 117, obviously not with us tonight. But, Massey, if you do watch the race, I hope you had a great time today. Looks like you did on Facebook. Sergeant Kamarov P3 on 100. Master Evan 4th on 84, Gumba 78, Demon 62, Fatal Defiance 54, Frozen 50, Dartmark 48, and Big D 46. For the constructors, McLaren lead the way on 210, Aston Martin 141, Williams 138, Ferrari 136, and Haas are on 120. That's the standings. So, regards to tyres, you can see everybody starting on medium tyres except Rafe, Demon, Mark has all gone with hards. So nobody even considering putting any softs on. Where's that Red Bull going? Jay's left the session. Oh, there's a Ferrari. That's Boschian straight into the wall at the start. Oh, it's lagging around like mad. What is going on? That is a well, unbelievably, it's a full safety car right at the start of the race. It's unreal. Is Dre with us? No, he's not. Let me go in and try and see if we can get him back. Slag happening within the actual race, is it? Ah, right, okay. We've got requests asking if we can restart it, guys. If any admins are listening. Apparently the lag is horrendous. So we need an admin to know about it. I must admit, it's lagging like mad on my screen as well. Thing is, guys, we need an admin to see it or to call it. Right, guys, sorry I'm not with you a little bit on the stream. It's there's loads of shouts asking for a restart. Safety car's in and we're going again, so no one's going to see it now, are they? But off we go then. So, Revan leads. Taz retired from the session. He's crashed at turn 1. And he's out. I just... prefer to settle things down a little bit. Right, okay. So, anyway, let's try and muddle through this. So, Revan still leads then. So, P1, the Lunge following him. 4 attempts behind. Spreader is up to P3. Kamarov 4th. Darkmark 5th. As it stands right now. Demon 1 to watch out for. Currently in P8. Highest of the hard tire starters. And we've got, I think that's Rafe. He's round. Difficult corner, it'd take you. There's no doubt about that. Catch the inside curb, catch the outside curb, and you've got a bit too much steering input going on, or a bit too much throttle input. It throws you. I have to admit, it's calmed down on my screen at the moment, but Davis gets through. I think Mark's had a spin. He is. It's a dark Mark round, and it's the same corner. Oh, well, no, it's not actually. It's the corner before where Rafe had his spin. Oh, and he's round again. Tires are lit up. And, well, I think we've got a full safety car again. Which seems a bit ridiculous. I don't know what that's for. Mark had spun a couple of times there, but he's not damaged anything. So, I mean, if Davery's out on the track, it's somewhere else. I don't know where it is. Need Rafe to get out. Oh, don't fall a lap down, Rafe. Get up here on the right hand side, look. Should just beat him. Go on, Rafe, go on. Oh, thank goodness. That'll allow Rafe to get back onto the... Well, he is still on the lead lap, so he'll be able to drive past the safety car. These guys will have to slow down. Just to make sure nobody doesn't realise what's happening then. Because to a lot of drivers, that probably would have looked like somebody's just passed the safety car for no apparent reason. Right, hang on. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do. sent Master Spreader. I sent Master Spreader a message. Right. What else? I don't know what else to do. Yeah, you're right, mate. I don't know if you saw my message. They're not going to restart. Oh, right, okay. Alright, no worries. Okay. Cheers, buds. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, mate, no worries. See you in a bit. Right, safety car is coming in. My apologies for the wait, guys. Heard there on the well, I guess you would have heard that on the stream, but there won't be a restart. So we are continuing on as the safety car comes in and we get off once more. See if we can get into a rhythm here. Revan leads the way. Boulange is P2, Spreader P3, Cameron 4, Big D5. See the tyres. Nobody opted in to come off on the mediums under that safety car to go to hards. So maybe a bit early. And if there's another one, they'll definitely do it, I'm sure. It's position change. Yeah, Taz is a 7-man, there's no restart. So, continuing on. So, Noodle Neck. Is it the Noodle Neck? No, sorry. Noodle Neck is Gazelle is dropping down. And recovers it now. Some really close battles going on. It's hard to know who to pick right now. But try Gumba on the back of Dark Mark. Looks to the inside, but too far back there. Doesn't try and make a move. As Gazelle picks up 5 seconds speed in the pit lane as well and retires from the session. Kamarov then on the back of Spreader. Just seemed to fall away on the exit of the hairpin there. Kamarov has fallen back a bit, so we'll go to the 2 leaders. As oh, what's that? Sorry, I've completely missed that. But Spreader has been round. That's why I thought Kamarov had fallen back a bit. But it's not. Spreader's been round and drops to the back. Does get going again. Can't see any obvious damage on his wing, but he is coming in. As that is Rafe, who's round at the final corner. And we'll get going again. Let's get back to it anyway. Back to the leaders. So, Lon's really close now to Revan. Is he going to have a look at this lap? I think he's going to think better of it. So, he's got plenty of time as Boulange. Just having a look at their ERS. Revan has used a bit more, but still has plenty himself. So, will he be able to do it this time? Just through that last bit, and it often happens around here. The gap just opens up a little bit. Just makes it that little bit more difficult. As you can see, Blanche, no intention of using any energy to try and get past. If he's close enough to do it with DRS, he'd do it, but there's a bit of energy there. I think that's more to keep up. So, continue this. Okay, Kamarov's caught up to the back of them as well. So, and not only Kamarov, Big D, they're all catching up to the back of them. So, right down to 5th now. Davis is within the 1 second of the car ahead. Clem's then a bit further back, just over 2 seconds. We'll see if he can catch it all. So, Big D did come close to falling out 1 second to Kamarov there, but did just about keep it. As we've got a yellow flag. It's down at the hairpin, and it's Mark, I think. It is. Whether that was a spin on his own or whether there was contact, I'm not sure, but drops to 15th. Biggest gainer at the moment is Dre, currently up to P9 from 20th on the grid. He's having a very fine race so far. So, seems like they can't. As I said just now, it's keeping that gap, isn't it? Looking back now, Davis, right. Now he is really close to the back of Big D. Now surely he's going to have a chance. Big D's going to defend the inside, but Davis has it done way before the braking zone. And Big D. On my screen, that seemed like Big D ghosted through him then, but again, I think that's probably a bit of lag. As there is movement down the front now, Boulange goes around the outside into turn 4. They're still side by side. Boulange has taken that position. Getting past there is one thing, but can he actually get away? That's going to be the big question. Oh, I think something's happened to Pajala. Yeah. Round. Those 2 left-handers. Drops to 15th. Here's Mr. Revan having a look back. Boulange picks up a free second. Doesn't look like Revan's going to get close enough into the hairpin. No, but really be able to stay close and do the same to Boulange that he did to him. Look at Kamarov, is all over this. Really happy just to... well, he's there to pick up any scraps, isn't he, at the moment, Kamarov. He's got the most energy out of the three of them, which you'd expect, really. Say, personally, if I was Kamarov, I'd be happy just to sit there. I don't think I'd be too worried about making a move. The only time I'd want to make a move on Revan, really, is if he falls out to 1 second to Boulange. But otherwise, I'd be quite happy to sit there, because you can always react to the guys ahead of you. Can't really react to the guys behind you. And Big D then is into the pits, and that is the first of our proper pit stops. Just get it to tyres. So Big D switches to the hards, so they will take him to the end of the race very comfortably. As Revan has a go and gets back past Boulange, and he should get the DRS again. No, he doesn't. Boulange has got it, so... will he get close enough? No, it doesn't look like it. I have to stay following. And these guys are all stuck in this sort of tactical battle now. No one's going to want to pit first, so who fancies? What I've learned happens in the as Boulange is in, so Boulange does act first. Yeah, what I've found in these sort of little tactical battles like this, where it's about pitting, getting a pit stop right, is that there is a crossover where an overcut isn't as good as an undercut, but it's usually pretty difficult to undercut when you're heading onto hard tyres, so just simply because it takes so long to heat up. We'll go back to Kamarov, but no. So Boulange has come out in P6. Now it's good news for him that he's got really clean air ahead of him, although he has got a fast moving noodle neck. Coming up behind him as well. He's doing what he can to get the heat into those tyres, isn't he? It's going to be interesting. Surely one of the front two has to respond. So Kamarov's gotten into P1. Oh no, both pit. Right then, Boulange. Frozen pits as well. This could turn into it's a potential safety car about to happen here. It's Demon, but it looks like he's recovered it now, so hopefully it won't happen. Well, here's Boulange then, gets past Master Revan. Sergeant Kamarov is the car ahead. Can he get those tyres up to temperature before Boulange can get the move? Just have to be a bit careful if you're Boulange in this situation. You know the car ahead may not have a high enough temperature. As Rafe is out, we lose Rafe. He's back there somewhere. It's happened out of the hairpin, and that is going to cause a safety car. So, wow, a little bit of a change again, because this means Clem and Ghost can pit. And the safety car, Rafe leaves the session, but Clem is on exit now, and I don't think anybody else is going to get past him, so he's going to come out P4, Clem. That's worked out for him. You've got to switch, no matter if you started on the mediums or the hards, you've got to take your pit stop now. There's literally no value in staying out, whichever set you're on. So, and mediums can make it to the end from here, but no problem, particularly with Noodle Neck picks himself up a penalty there. Well, safety cars out, never a good thing. Yeah, particularly with safety car out, so we're going to have at least 2 laps with safety car, if not 3, and so the mediums will make it to the end with ease here. Right then. Well, everybody's made their stop. Everybody is on a set of tyres that could take them to the end. So this is our genuine order now. So, after the early battling from Boulogne and Revan throughout the first half of this race, basically, Kamarov takes the lead. And will get us restarted. It's just that, isn't it? If you sort of feel if Kamarov can get out of the 1 second, then you feel he can go on and win this race. But while that is not the case, Boulogne and Revan can stay close enough to him. You just feel there's going to be a twist somewhere. Well, that's the case. It's a little bit more lagging happens. We shouldn't be seeing any position changes here. Trey gives it back. Good lad. Well done, Trey. It's nice to see. Had good sportsmanship to give the place back. So then, what can Kamarov do? So, to point something out on safety car restarts that are not allowed anymore to drive side by side with the car ahead. You must remain fully behind them until after you've crossed the line. So, that is an official F1 rule now since the incident between Lewis and Max at Abu Dhabi. So, moment then, Kamarov didn't really catch anybody out there. So Mark makes a place. And Spreader is trying his best to recover this. It's going to be difficult for him. He's on 10-lap-old hards now, as Clem makes a move on Revan. Looks like Revan's going to defend it in the end. Clem certainly letting him know up ahead that he's there, though. And he doesn't intend to just disappear. So Big D goes to the inside. Ends up with Clem running wide. So, enough room was given. I don't think there's any issues with that. So, it looks like Big D's got that place in a way. I'd say it's quite often. It's such a close race. This it's unreal. Because Frozen does recover it, but I think he's had a bit of a mishap at the hairpin there and has dropped down a bit. But, this is incredibly close, isn't it? Pajala sends one up the inside of Gumba. Moves into P12. at the gaps through the field. There's a 1 second gap there. Other than that, only Noodle Neck down at the back is over a second off, and this one's just gone under a second, so there's one gap over a second through the whole field. This is insane. It's also impossible for a commentator to know where to watch at all when this sort of thing's going on, as Mark gets ahead of Spreader and moves into P10. Remember, that's not in or out of points because the top 15 score points in PRF1, so the Spreader has a look back now into the hairpin. Plenty of room left. Good attempt, but Mark holds it off on that occasion. Spreader might come under a little bit of pressure here from Pajala into turn 4. Oh, wow. Bit adventurous on the brakes there, Pajala. That was a bit lucky. And there is contact in the end, which sends Master Spread off track. Was lucky into turn 4, but it didn't happen that time. Oh, it spun Pajala as well. And it looked to me like Spreader just had a little wave to him as he went past. Not going Spreader's way tonight, but he's got a huge lead in the championship, so it's not ideal for him, but it's not the end of the world, of course. As Davis then has a look up the inside of Clem. Davis runs it wide, and Clem will get the position back. Mark ahead of Ghosts. Oh, Ghost has spun it round there. Don't know whether he touched the back of the Red Bull or not, because they were getting very close. Oh, I think he's stuck. Is he? Nope. He's managed to get it going again. Oh, and there's contact here as well. Mark. Was it frozen? I'm not sure. I think it was frozen. It was definitely Mark, but I think it was frozen. I'm not entirely sure. And remarkably, Spreader's already back up to P12 now. Get on with it. But Demon on the back of Goomba. So Goomba does have DRS just off of Dre. And Frozen. Yeah, I think it must have been Frozen then because he's into the pits. And switched to softs to the end. When they're all running this close together, I mean, you're bound to have an instant or two, aren't you? As we've got Davis and Clem. This is Clem coming back at Davis. Davis took this position. Oh no, he didn't, did he? He ran wide in the hairpin and lost. Well, he took it and then lost it again. So this is actually Davis getting through now for P5. So we've got a yellow. And that is Noodle Neck, who was making a bit of a recovery there as well. It's back going again. As Demon sets fastest lap of the race. It's anybody's tonight, you feel. It's I'd say it's anybody's tonight, you feel, but actually Frozen, obviously having gone to softs now, would have a great chance of taking that. It's not looking like anybody at any point is going to get a gap here, so to be able to pit for it. So you would think if Frozen could put it on the board with a fresh set of softs, that it wouldn't be beat before the end. But as it stands then, since the restart, Kamarov still leads the way. Nobody's managed to do anything about it so far. Obviously, Belange has that 3-second penalty, so if he was to win this race on debut, he'd have to get past and get 3 seconds up the road. Sort of feel that actually maybe staying behind Kamarov and sort of applying pressure to him is the best way you could maybe force Kamarov into a penalty, but I think Kamarov's too experienced for that, to be fair. He won't get pushed into that. You do notice it when the less experienced drivers, shall we say, or drivers that maybe aren't used to being at the front of a race, get into the lead, and you can just see sometimes they panic a little bit. But that won't happen with Kamarov. I don't think it would happen with Blanche or Revan either, or Big D for that matter. So, this little gap's starting to form now. Nothing major. Here these guys come again up towards the hairpin. Still, Blanche. Well, remarkably, actually, Kamarov's got the most DRS. Okay. It's a very tiny difference, but it is a difference nonetheless. As Noodle Neck comes into the pits. Imagine a switch to sauce for him. So, well, eventually, it's turned into a good race. I've had people say the stream's lagging, but the stream's actually playing on my phone off of the data on my phone, and it is running as smooth as possible on there. So it's Lunge then. Does make it into P1 this time. And what can he do? He's got to find a bit of magic, hasn't he? If he's going to win this race. And he's got to do it in a very small amount of laps. I mean, 8 laps remaining. Well, 7.5, say. It's not a very long time to build up 3 seconds over around such a short lap. So we'll see if he can do it, but it's going to be a struggle. I mean, it's going to be hard enough just getting out of 1 second to Kamarov and Revan. Oh, Revan! Oh, Revan! Such a good race. Great qualifying, such a good race, and he's put it into the wall out of the final corner, and he has lost his nose completely. And with the field so packed tight together, by the time he recovers it, he's already down to 9th. And presuming he's going to have to take a pit stop, I think that will drop him down to at least 11th, possibly 12th. No, sorry, at least 12th, possibly 13th. So that takes Revan out of the equation then for the victory. So it's between Boulange and Kamarov. Big D hanging in there. Big D would still be in with a shout if Kamarov was to pick up a penalty before the end. Would need to just pick up a pace a little bit. He's just slipping out of the 3 seconds to Kamarov. Hasn't got the energy, you see. So Revan is into the pits. So as I said, I think he's going to come out just ahead of Bajala. So Bajala's just heading to the penultimate corner. So through goes Revan's teammate Mark. So Mark would have, when he saw the old teammate is in the pit swing come up, he'd have gone, oh no. It's, well, Bajala does go through only just, literally just, but it does make it through. So let's go elsewhere for the moment, because the battle for the lead's just simmered down a bit. Move to Dark Mark. As you can see, very close to the back of Clem. Just 3 attempts separating them. Although, once again, Mark does have a penalty. So, we'll suit him if we can get past, because he can put Clem between... Well, it'd be between him and his teammate, actually, because Dre is in P7. Dre's had a wonderful drive, actually. Fair play to him. From 20th on the grid. I was very surprised to see him go out in Q1. But here comes Dark Mark then. Goes to the outside. Be surprised if you don't consolidate this. Who's got the DRS? Clem has. Phil. Well, I don't think he's going to get a chance in a way, but even if he did, if Mark just covered the inside. It's a sort of corner that turn forward. If you're defending, don't go right to the inside to defend it. Stick your car sort of in the middle of the track. Defending it. And it's going to turn it all on its head. Frozen is out. Trying to work out what's going on here. Right, Boulange is into the pit. Kamarov has stayed out. Oh, wow. Okay. Well. You can see why Boulange has done that, because on hard, he's not going to get away from anyone, is he? It's a little bit of gamble, maybe. If everybody behind Kamarov had pitted and he still came out in P2, he'd be in a pretty dang good place. But we've got to presume that this safety car will come in at the end of lap 34 and give us 2 laps of racing to the end. But, that retirement from Frozen does mean that everyone finishing the race now will score points of some sort. Spajala pits. He's on exit actually now. So, yeah, I'm afraid Ghost and Noodle pit. Well, maybe not Noodle, but Ghost pitting I think has meant he's ended up a lap down. He might not have been if he carried on. I'm not entirely sure, because I'm not sure where he was opposed to Kamarov before pitting. So, if you are way down at the back, well, my experience in a way, if you're way down at the back, maybe it's oh, thanks Gunners. Cheers, buddy. It's good to see someone. So I thought it did as well. I always have it playing on my phone, but I play it off of data so that it's not interrupting with more Wi-Fi. And 9 times out of 10 when somebody says it's lagging, I think, well, it's playing alright on mine. But, anyway, it's hard to see past Kamarov winning this now, unless Davis can nip past him. What a turnaround. It's hard to imagine in 2 laps where these soft drivers are going to get any moves done. If I'm honest, I'm a little surprised that Big D pitted, but we'll see if it pays off for him. Safety car is in this lap. But that's the sort of safety car that if you got a penalty, you go, oh no, why? So, Pajala is literally just coming onto the back now. You just see the end of the safety car going around the next corner. So, just goes to Noodle Deck, unfortunately a lap down. Right, here we go again then. So, 2 laps remain. Davis has a look at the outside, or inside actually. Have a yellow flag. So actually, I think that was just the back. I think it was Noodle Neck just getting out of the way, basically. There's no issues. Here we go. A 2-lap sprint for the race win. And effectively, it is between Kamarov and Davis. Dark Mark's there as well, but he's got a penalty. It's actually turned out a great race for Red Bull, isn't it? P3 and P4 as it stands. Okay, Mark's got a penalty. May drop a... Well, at most he dropped 2 places because most of the drivers behind him have got penalties as well, so it's not going to work out too bad. Let's just quickly nip to Boulogne. It doesn't look like Davis is going to, as it stands right now, make that work. But, make a move. Boulogne trying to get past. So difficult to try it there. In the end, Trey runs wide. Oh, Big D. End up round. Oh, he's not stuck, is he? Probably more annoyed, particularly if it was a contact that did that. But, let's keep going, Big D, and bring home points. And obviously submit anything if it was an incident caused by someone else. So, Boulogne then. This is her positioning, still get a podium here, potentially. It's unlikely, because Dre is penalty free, so he's likely going to jump the 3 cars ahead of him. I'm going to go to the leaders, though. Davis is close. A bit further down, Mark gets ahead of Gumba. Just switch it to penalties quickly. So, round the final corner, Kamarov comes out the final corner and takes victory. Does the old smash over the line. I don't think I'd be doing that if it was that close. Davis P2. Dre is promoted to a podium spot for P3. Boulogne P4. Dark Mark P5. Clem 6. Pajala 7. Well done, Pajala. Demon P8. Master Revan gets self-disqualified from the session. How's he managed that? Kumba P9, Mark P10, Spread 11, Big D 12, Ghost 13, Noodle Neck 14. But it looks like Ghost and Noodle Neck have just picked up an extra point each. The Revan gets disqualified. But once we got over the initial problems at the start, with the lag in there, I have to say, that was an absolutely fantastic race. Gaps between the cars were insane. Really were. But congratulations to our top 3. Now, obviously, I didn't do podium interviews last week, guys, but I will be doing them tonight, so just bear with me. We'll watch the podium celebration, and then we'll get you guys invited. Fantastic race. There'll be plenty of drivers in there that are going to be very, very pleased with themselves tonight. There's going to be some in there that can be so disappointed. Obviously, Big D's going to be disappointed with that, what happened later on. But that's for let's get some. First of all, let me add Kamarov as a friend. Didn't even know I hadn't done that. So there he is. But let's invite him to the party. Let's get Davis in. Not spoken to Davis before. Let's get him in. And oh, Dre in. Right then, it's Davis and Kamarov. Just waiting on Dre. Just while we're waiting for Dre, guys, if you just add your audio, include your audio, that'd be great. Right. I sent another invite to Dre, but because he's not in yet, let's move on and start with P1. So, um, Kamarov, fantastic race, mate. I understand there's some issues at the start, but once
Just a
that all
shit
settled down, it
start.
was a great,
I'm
great
not gonna lie.
race. But
Oh, right, you mean the lag at the
yeah,
start?
yes, yeah, yeah.
It
Um,
was only under safety car, so I don't think it was too much of a problem. Only under safety car for me, anyway.
right. Okay. Well, yeah, it was a great race. You bided your time throughout the first half of the race. Uh, got yourself into the lead, but once you did, I was going to say there was no looking back, but you were probably looking back constantly, to be fair. But no, from your side, man, how did you find it?
It was quite relaxed. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I had pretty decent pace. It wasn't massively strong or massively much stronger than everyone else, but it was pretty on par with like Revan and Boulange and stuff like that. And Spreader. And then yeah, I was just kind of chilling in P4. Spread spun out, and then chilling in P3 for quite a long time, watching the battle between Revan and the Haas, which was quite good fun to watch. And then the Haas pitted, got past Revan, came out what P3 or something like that, but net P1 safety car. Then I wasn't really bothered because the Haas got 3 seconds, so I kind of just saved up my ERS behind him. And then Revan spun, which made it a lot easier. And I was going to go for a move on the last couple of laps because I mean, obviously, I want to win it on track. But then
Yeah,
safety car came out, so I just thought, well, I'll stay out. I hope a few other people stayed out, which they did, and soft runners weren't able to get past them. So at the end, it was. I mean, I
yeah.
say that Davies nearly got past me. It was it made
Really?
sense. I got
Really?
yeah.
You did look
I got a
close at
bit
the
of a
end.
check, so I was like, I'm looking on, and I was like, ooh. But nah, good race overall. Also good points on spread over if we're looking at a championship, but I'm quite a long way behind. So
Yeah. Um, okay. Dre, just before I come to you, I'm going to be going to Davis next, but if you could just include your audio ready for me, buddy, and then but cheers, man. Davis, P2, outstanding. You nearly got him at the end, but you had a great race, man. You kept yourself clean, you kept yourself going, gained places, you did some overtakes, and good little battle with Clem at one point. But yeah, from your point of view, then, man, how did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a good race. The lag for me was it wasn't so bad. Once we got racing, it was just a little bit. I was trying to overtake Big D, and when the cars all over the place, didn't really want to cause a collision, so I just sort of kept myself to myself. Safety Austria is quite a chaotic track, so I knew there was going to probably be another safety car. Just looked after me hard and bided me time. Um, I didn't know what to do under the
Yeah,
last safety car. Thought I'll just stay out. Couple of laps left, and yeah, I nearly got camera off at the end. And then yeah, good racing. Good. I'm happy. I'm happy. Very happy.
cool. Well, I looked down before the last safety car come down. I looked down the field on the standings. There was one gap that was over 1 second. Everybody else was in a second of each other, which was just insane. I've never seen a race like that before. But yeah, and through qualifying, the gaps were great as well. But keeps you on your toes. But yeah, congratulations, man. P2. Is that your
Cheers.
first
Thank you.
podium?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, very
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Love the
Congratulations.
KO from Kamarov at the end to just bin it into the wall.
He's going to do that one
Finishing
day and catch
move.
the wall too early.
I've already done that.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you're so going to do it though. I'm going to laugh. So I might just invite you in just for the hell of it. To have a chat at the end when you do it as well. Um, in a way, Dre, congratulations, P3. Um, again, I think your first podium as well. So congratulations on that. Um, again, actually, much like Davis, you just seem to keep yourself going and get yourself through the field. And the penalties helped you out in the end. I think you moved up from P6 on track. But yeah, well done, man. Kept it penalty free. So is the race okay from your end? yeah, not picking up the penalties, not picking up damage, that sort of thing. Because you're right, because the curbs around there are an absolute pain. Um, so yeah, no, fair play, man. Very strong race. So very surprised to see you qualify 20th, if I'm honest, because you had a really strong qualifying last week, if I remember rightly. So I was convinced you were going to do the same this week, but it didn't matter because you've gone from 20th to P3, which clearly deserves my driver of the day as well. So congratulations for that as well. But yeah, congratulations to all three of you then. Kamarov, obviously great for the championship. Not great for spreader, but great for the championship. And don't give him too much stick over the next week, will you? About that
Oh,
one.
not at all, mate.
No, it's good lad. All right, so do you know where we are next?
Imola.
I think it's Imola.
Imola. Excellent. So, yeah, just confirming it.
Which I'm a bit devastated
yeah,
about
you
because
are right.
unfortunately I won't be here.
Oh no.
Work. I've got work, so unfortunately I won't be here.
Okay. Oh, that'd be a shame. Give a reserve a chance again.
Yeah.
It's be a shame. Okay. Well, we head to Emilia Romagna Grand Prix next week. Then another tricky track. It's could be a bit dodgy on the old curbs. So be interesting to see how you do that one. I've just done it myself actually last weekend, and it went horrendously. So we'll see how it goes for you guys. But anyway, thanks to everybody that's watched live. Thanks to everybody that watches the stream back. It's really appreciated, guys. PRF1 appreciates it. I appreciate it. We'll see you again same time next week. So 8:30 next week for Imola, and see how to get on around there. But thanks very much, guys, and good night.